I want to tell you a little story. When I was a child, I used to love Domino's. Words cannot describe how much I loved Domino's. Well, this can. Look, I'm not blaming Domino's for that. Obviously, that was my fault. Now, I have more on the story on how that became this. That'll be in a healthy meal video in the new year. But I grew up, and so did my palate. So we're gonna create something that even my younger self would have preferred. And at the end, we might just do something special. So with all that being said, let's make this, shall we? All right, no drive-through, we're calling them, because that's what it's about, right? It's pizza delivery.
30 minutes or less.
Thank you for choosing Domino's. This is Becky. Would you like delivery or pickup?
How many robots are there? Delivery.
Got it. What would you like to order?
Can I get 2 medium pepperoni pizzas?
What would you like to order?
Can I get 2 medium pepperoni pizzas?
Your total comes to $50.57, including tax and delivery charges. Delivery charge is not a tip.
Please tip your driver.
So we don't have to.
7 minutes and 30 seconds to order 3 pizzas. Good job with your automation system, Domino's.
I like it.
So we got the box. That's pretty good looking, actually. It's probably one of the better ones I've seen. All I smell is pepperoni, but I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of smell good. Who cut this? Yo, what the fuck? This pizza's falling apart. I'm not even trying. Yo, okay. The flavor I don't mind. This is not real pizza, but it tastes good. That being said, texturally, bad. The chew is gone. This is very subpar for Domino's. I remember them being a lot better. Zero chew in the dough. The dough is like cakey. Sauce is way too sweet. This tastes like you've gone to the wrong pizza shop in New York. Honestly, one of the worst Domino pizzas I've ever had in my entire life. This should be a cakewalk, but can someone come in and try this to tell me if this is always like this or if this is just a bad pizza? Has it always been like that?
It tastes like cafeteria pizza.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it still tastes good. I'm not gonna sit back and say, oh, bread and cheese isn't good. We can do better.
Listen to me. You can't have good pizza without the beauty of the dough. Sorry, Italians. Anyway, let's talk dough. First off, this dough is half Italian and half American. That means it breaks several rules in the Italian handbook of good pizza. Rule number 1, no sugar. I've been yelled at for it, I understand. So yeah, don't do that unless you want to make the Italians mad, and rightfully so. But after all, this is a Domino's, but better, isn't it? First, in a large bowl, combine 3 3/4 cup, or 570 grams of double O tipo flour, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of diastatic malt powder, which is optional but recommended. It helps give the dough some color, and there's a link in the description for that. 1.5 tablespoons or 19 grams of sugar, 2 teaspoons or 5 grams of fine sea salt. Mix that together till thoroughly combined, and then separately you need 1.5 cups or 370 grams of water at 95 degrees Fahrenheit, lukewarm. To that you whisk in 2 1/4 teaspoon or 8 grams of instant yeast until dissolved. Add the yeast water to the flour and mix by hand until a rough dough comes together. Then knead that by hand until you get a smooth, supple dough, which takes about 5 minutes. Roll that into a light ball, add to a grease bowl, and cover with plastic wrap. Then just place it in the fridge to rise overnight. Yes, you can also rise it at room temp for 2 hours, but it's highly recommended that you do it in the fridge overnight. Why, Josh? I don't want to wait for that. I'll make it simple. A much more developed flavor and a significantly more ideal puff during bake, but the biggest thing is it's so much easier to stretch the dough once it's had ample time to rest. Trying to help you here, okay? Once that dough is done, pull it out of the fridge, punch all the air that you spent literally hours generating completely out of the dough, and divide it into 3 even pieces, which should be about 300 to 325 grams each. Roll those into toit balls and place them on a baking sheet that's been greased, floured, and generously dusted in semolina. Now listen, at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to use this same exact recipe, but how to turn that into a pan pizza. Yes, the Domino's pan pizza. This is a twofer. Anyway, cover that with greased plastic wrap and proof at room temp for 2 to 3 hours. Now for the sauce. I kept it surprisingly simple. You don't need to be extra fancy to beat the disrespect that is Domino's pizza sauce. First, medium sauce pot, add 2 tablespoons or 22 grams of extra virgin olive oil and heat over medium. Once the oil starts to heat up, add 2 cloves of thinly sliced garlic, saute for about 1 minute, then add 3/4 teaspoon or 3 grams of red pepper flakes, toast just until fragrant, about 30 seconds, then add a 28 ounce or 800 gram can of crushed San Marzano tomatoes, the classic can you see in all great sauces. This can brings the seasonality of the world's greatest sauce, tomatoes, to your home year round. Now add a little pinch of sugar and season to taste with salt. Maybe a little bit of pepper if you're feeling a little how you doing. Shout out to Cooge for that. Follow that with 1 teaspoon or 1 gram of dried thyme and 1 teaspoon or half a gram of dried oregano. Again, we're going for a more stereotypical American pizza flavor with the dry herbs. Last secret, if you have a little chunk or two, and I'm talking like 2 to 3 ounces of pepperoni, toss that in the sauce to give it that extra, oh my gosh. Bring that to a simmer over a medium heat and let that reduce for 8 minutes, or till the sauce is thickened. Pour the sauce into a bowl and immediately add salt to taste if needed, along with 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of unsalted butter. Stir that in until emulsified and fully melted into the sauce. Now, the cheese is simple. Quite literally just a mix of 2 cups or 240 grams of low moisture mozzarella grated on the girthy side of the grater, and 2 cups or 210 grams of Monterey Jack cheese, also girthy grated. Oh, and finally, half a cup or 35 grams of finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano, tossed together till combined evenly, and that's your cheese mix. Now we need our garlic butter crust brush. In a small saucepan, add a 1/4 cup or 56 grams of salted butter, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of, and which is optional, but like, come on. Heat over medium just until melted, then cut off the heat. Add 3 cloves of grated garlic and a generous pinch of flaky salt. Stir that to combine, and then just keep that melted, but don't let it cook anymore or the garlic will go bitter. Now for the pepperoni, you'll need a half pound or 227 grams. My recommendation would be to buy a whole pepperoni stick if it's small like this guy. So just slice that bad boy up. The benefit here is you can slice it as thick or as thin as you want. You want those thick, peppy cups? Then this is where you go. I sliced mine on a mandolin a little over a 1/4 inch thick. All right, it's pizza time. First up, fire a pizza oven to about 700 to 750 degrees Fahrenheit. What did you say, Josh? Not everybody has a pizza oven like you asshole. Guess what? You can either do the pan pizza version, which we're gonna do in a second, or you can follow our New York pizza method if you're using a home oven. Link in the description for that video. Now, take a piece of the pizza dough. Using your knuckles, begin to punch out a thin layer in the center, working your way out to create a lightly thicker crust that runs around the edges. That's the crust. Drape the dough around your closed fists and gently stretch the dough while rotating around the perimeter until you get an evenly sized 10 to 12 inch circle without tearing the dough. You tear the dough, game over. I'm just kidding. If you make a small tear, you can always squeeze it together. Get your sauce, ladle it on lightly, and spread towards the edge of the crust. Sprinkle your cheese mixture as generously as you want. Brush the edges with plain extra virgin olive oil. Add on your pepperoni to your heart's desire, but don't go too light here, all right? Come on, it's pepperoni time. Load it up into your hot pizza oven and cook for 25 to 30 seconds. Rotate to the other side and cook for another 25 to 30 seconds. Pull your pizza out. Immediately brush that beautiful crust with your MSG garlic butter. Cut it up and enjoy. This is a gorgeous pizza. I can smell the garlic emanating off of it. The peppy cups glistening in the light.
Before we taste this, we're doing the pan pizza version, so don't complain. It'll be after this, all right? First off, I did put pineapple on this. What are you gonna do about it? One thing I've noticed is that hot people like pineapple on pizza. It's got the crust, it's got that char, it's got that smokiness, and the sauce, garlicky, a little tiny bit spicy, a little herbaceous. Now, Kendrick. You want to catch your breath first for a second? You good?
Yeah, give me a second. Ready.
We got 2 pizzas just for you, Kendrick. Here's number 1. Pizza number 2.
Okay. All right. I don't know if it's just I'm lightheaded because I used up all my magic, but this one right here, that's the good one. Pineapple on pizza. Oh God.
It's like moist. This is like juicy, but tropically juicy. Like, we won, but we're not done. On to the pan pizza.
This is the exact same recipe. You don't have to change any of the ingredients. It's just a different technique. You see, this is how much technique changes what you do in the kitchen. Now, rewind to when we divided our dough into 3 even pieces. Before we shaped it into balls, instead you're going to generously grease a seasoned 10-inch cast iron skillet with about 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. It will seem like a lot, you need it. This also means you're gonna need 3 10-inch cast iron skillets. I really recommend you do the cast iron skillet method because to me, it gets a much better crust than using any other pan. 1 piece of dough, 1 10-inch cast iron skillet. Now take 1 piece of dough, shape it into a very light ball. Place it into the center of your prepared skillet, then just press and stretch as close to the edges as you can without tearing. It's not gonna reach the edges right away. Cover it, rest it for 10 minutes, stretch some more until it's nearly to the edge like this. Now cover that with greased plastic wrap, proof for 2 to 3 hours at room temperature. Then while proofing, preheat your oven to the maximum temperature, which is gonna be around 500 Fahrenheit. Now gently punch out the center to create a crust perimeter. Yes, it's gonna deflate a little, don't worry. Sauce the center nicely, cheese it up generously. Maybe hit it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of black pep. Pop that into your ripping oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until the cheese is melted and browned and the crust is cooked through. But more specifically, when the crust is so crispy, you could practically hear it crunch just by looking at it. Now remove from the oven, immediately brush the edge of the crust with your garlic MSG butter, and optionally you can add the following: thinly sliced chives, fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano, and a generous drizzle of something sweet like a spicy honey. Honestly, this combination just alone is beautiful, so I would highly recommend you try it. Now, despite our Italian pizza sacrilege, something about these pizzas still feel very special. So let's see how they stand up against Domino's and taste test.
All right. Theirs is a lot bigger. That's not fair. It's got a crusty, definitely more cheesy. I didn't put pep on mine. Not a smart move. These guys did not cut their pizza. Moment of truth though. First off, Kendrick, I gotta do this for you. I'm sorry, buddy. Wow, I don't even want to eat this. I haven't even tasted this yet. I was supposed to taste this first. My brain was just like that. If you think this didn't win, you're out of your mind. Depth of flavor, the sweetness, the cheese, the chewy and luscious and aerated and moist and What, no magic this time?
I gotta recharge my mana.
How do you feel about pan pizza from Domino's?
Got it every Friday. Born and raised off of the personal pan pizza.
Well, pan pizza this.
I'm singing because I can't use it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
goodness. Gorge? I mean, the holy shit. That's so good. I get what you were talking about earlier. This does not taste like the Domino's I remember. It, for whatever reason, just tastes worse.
Just try this corner piece.
You can't beat that crunch. Tongue just gets coated in cheese, honey. It's oh God, everything
Making
about
love to your tongue.
it. It's so good.
Thanks, Kendrick. That was really awesome.
You know what? I think this recharged my mana.
Oh. What's happening? B-roll.